Alright, small video. Show off my dorky little gas tank that I made. This is a original gas tank off the 1970 Ironhead. I just fucking had a little paintbrush and I was just bored, and so I started doodling on it. Next thing you know, one doodle led to another, and I was like, shit, it doesn't look so bad. We just clear coated in there. I mean, they're not even like serious paintings, but I was just doodling for a second. And like I said, it just kind of, once you doodle enough, kind of comes together. So I don't know, it's not all that cool, but I like it. I'll throw it on the bike, rock it for a bit. We got hella layers of clear coat on here, but I didn't want them to I didn't want the clear to be all shiny and perfect, because it was going to make the the bike itself is kind of like rat rod looking. So I figured if it was all perfectly clear, it was going to look like some like Ed Hardy bullshit, like somebody some like pretty shit you got out of some designer store. So I sprayed water on it right over the top of all the art and everything, and then I clear coated over that. And so what it did, let's see if I can show you. See that? See in the flames right there? See all those dimples? It's like a strawberry almost, huh? See those dimples in there? In the clear coat? That's my own personal little recipe. I found that through messing up on something. I found that if you clear coat over water, it doesn't like it. Obviously, clear coat's going to be solvent or oil based. Water is water, and so what it'll do is when the water dries, it tends to dimple. So I mean, if you look up close, there's a lot of weird things. Like you see these these little imperfections in here. It's perfectly smooth. There were imperfections. I sanded them lightly with like 1000 grit, and then it did that directly on the artwork, and then I clear coated over the top of it. And like I said, I'm trying, and then this one right here, if you see how the clouds look kind of weird, I did them blue or whatever. I clear coated 3-4 layers, and then I painted on it again, and then I clear coated that again. So there's almost like 2 layers in there. I know it looks hella blotchy, but it's supposed to. It gives it almost a depth. You see how it almost makes it look deep? Again, I'm not like some artist or no shit, and you see all the little pits in the clear coat? I did that on purpose. I like that. Right in the middle of the rows there. You got your old guy here, smoking a big ass blunt, the crazy hair. It's all just every imperfection in here, right here. Some overspray from something else that we were doing got on there. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I like it. This is almost like a, universe looking thing or whatever. So I said, shit, that could be the Milky Way. It's just some freaking Milky Way mist. It's all good. Imperfections or, I'm full of imperfections, so why not have some on the gas tank? Get your little Russia bomb hitting. OU-812 on the back. And then you got down here, most people want to say a little army guy. And then there's a little like Taliban guy with his hands over his face. It's hella cheesy. You can't even hardly tell those are hands. It just looks like squiggles. But the devil's in the details. You gotta look for it. There's a lot of little hidden shit in here. You just gotta look for it. But anyway, some little paisleys. I have those tattooed on my arm, so I just had an easy thing to copy of. Trust no man. I did that in like the most 8-year-old writing I was able to do. Let's see if I can turn this around here. What we got here is there's this dog, and he's got this A7X, which is Avenged Sevenfold shirt on, and he's got a little gun, so I don't think he's too happy. And then there's a fucking eyeball staring at him. And then there's like a tire with fire coming out of each side. And it says hard life. And then there's a fucking weed leaf on fire. And that black shit in the background came out kind of cool. That right there. It was like black, and then somehow it got some gray in there or something. But again, I am no artist of any sort. I just fuck around sometimes and it looks good. I mean, this looks cool. That's Snoop Dogg right there, right? And then this is my very loose interpretation of the motor on my bike. This is not what this looks like on my bike, but you get the idea. It's a rough sketch. Ironhead. That lettering looked fucking sick when I first did it, and then I kept fucking with it, trying to do my whole imperfection thing, and it like the letters got all fucking I don't want to talk about it, but you get the idea. Like all in all, I mean it's shiny as shit. Don't get me wrong, but you see those imperfections? You see all those dimples in there? I wanted it like that. Now I like this edge right here. I like how that shines and shit. So I kind of left off on the edges. I didn't really do it on this corner right here, but throughout most of it, see that the dimples? You'll see them all over the place. I think they're awesome. Only place it's not is most of these edges. I try to leave that edge off because it's just when you turn a corner, you know, and then people see the bike, that shine like that. I love that. So I wanted to leave it like that, but yeah, that's the. I'm calling it the Dork Tank because I'm kind of a dork, but you get the gist. It's pretty fucking cool. It'll be on the bike as soon as I get a petcock for it, and probably a new gas cap lid because that's not gonna fly. But yeah, so soon if you see this bike over here rolling around town with that tank on it, then say what up. Because right now my tank on here is kind of booted. And I don't have a fork stop, so my fucking levers tear up shit out of my tank every time I turn. But, you know, a little political bullshit on there, little AKs, try taking the bullshit. But, yeah, so if you see me ride, then just be like, what up, dude? Or throw up the middle finger and fucking be on your way. I don't give a shit. Have a good day.